welcome to the OK Show. I'm your host, Lucy Hazelwood. Coming up on today's show, we're going to be celebrating the Chinese New Year, meeting with some First Nations language experts, and all that is coming up next on the OK Show. Up next, a local skier who's going to represent Canada in South Korea.
From here in the South Okanagan, we have our very own Olympian that's going off to the games. Andi Naude joins us here in our mini studio in Penticton. First off, congratulations for making the Olympic team.
Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
So what was that like? And the moment that you heard?
Yeah, well, I actually was super fortunate to get a pre-nomination to Team Canada. So I actually found out officially in April of 2017. So going into this World Cup season, I really had that stress of qualification off my chest, and I could really just focus on the skiing in front of me and the process and really just being the best athlete I could be. It's been a dream come true, that's for sure.
I was going to say, a dream come true. You've been chasing this dream for some time now.
Yeah, definitely. After just missing Sochi 4 years ago, I know I was chatting to you fairly shortly after that, but that was devastating and a heartbreak because it's always been my dream. And of course, I wanted to be there representing Canada. But in the end, I think it was probably the best thing that I didn't go, just because it motivated me that much more to be in Pyeongchang and to be at the top of my game and to represent Canada at that game. So.
Yeah, I was going to ask you that. Because sometimes, that disappointment turns into, people can turn that into the motivating thing that they need to push them that little extra distance.
Exactly, sort of turn that disappointment into the fire that really drives me. And I think that, that's exactly what happened. I mean, you could choose to be depressed and all sad about it, but I mean, at the end of the day, you got to just pick your socks up and go for it again. So I'm really glad that that's how I handled the situation.
So now, you're on the team. Everybody's getting ready to go. It's on the horizon, and it must be really cool to be here in Penticton doing the final stages of preparation.
Exactly. Having this pre-Olympic camp here in Penticton, in my hometown, that's more than I could ever ask for. I mean, in 2010, I remember as a little girl, I was up at Apex watching the 2010 Olympic team training there, and so to be on the other side of that, to be the athlete this time going to the games, I mean, that's really cool, and I'm really thrilled to be a part of it.
Apex obviously has been a big part of the Olympic freestyle thing here in Canada. I mean, and you're following in some big snow boots. I was going to say footsteps,
exactly,
but snow boots, ski boots.
Exactly.
Right here from Apex as well.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that was a huge part of my motivating factor, to know that it's real athletes, real people, they're able to achieve their dreams, so why can't I? And I think following in the steps of Christy Richards, hometown girl, watching those 2010 Olympians compete on my home hill, on my home run, that was huge. And I think that I've really used a lot of that motivation from them.
So, I mean, it must be neat for you now to see, that next generation that's coming up, that's up, as you say, on your home hill.
Exactly, yeah. So it's really cool, to be able to have all those little kids coming up and watching, and just being able to hopefully feel how I felt when I was the little girl watching the Olympians. So, yeah, it's an honor to be in that position.
So now the camp is getting underway. We managed to sneak you in here
exactly.
right before you guys get locked up away from the media, because you got to focus, right?
Exactly, and I think as much as I want to talk to everyone and I want to sort of share my story with everyone, we have a job to do, and that's to ski and to train. And so we're heading into a media blackout, as I call it, pretty soon here. But thrilled to be able to talk to you guys.
So what do you need to do now, do you think, to get ready for the Olympics?
Well, a lot of the preparation is done at this point. I think if I'm biting my nails, not feeling very ready, I don't know if that's a good place to be in. So I'm not at all like that. I know exactly what I need to do. I've been focusing on this process the entire World Cup season leading up to this, in the 7 events prior. So I mean, we haven't been just slacking lately. We've been very busy in the gate, in competition mode. So I think if I can just carry on with that, it'll be a good time in Pyeongchang for sure.
Now you've been on the World Cup circuit for many years now. There is something different about the Olympics, though.
Definitely, and I haven't experienced the games yet, but I've heard from so many people it's just that one step up. You know, it's like no other event in the world. It's huge. It's worldwide. There's multiple different events going on. Obviously, there's millions of people watching, if not billions, and I think I just have to really focus on what I need to do, and that's to ski. And I think that if I can do that, that would be fantastic.
Canada has done very well in your event, in Freestyle Moguls, in the past. Does that add extra pressure to you?
I mean, there is that pressure, but also at the same time, I think it's to our benefit because we always feed off of that, and that really drives us to perform to the best of our abilities. So I think, last time we had quite the bag of medals going home from Sochi, and obviously we want to repeat that, if not better. But I think if we just do our job out there and ski, those medals should come our way for sure.
What are you looking forward to the most?
That's a question I've got quite a lot. To be honest, I'm really looking forward to the whole thing. I want to just embrace every single day, like even here at our pre-Olympic camp, just embrace every single day. It's all sort of part of the whole show. So I want to just go out there and ski my best and really enjoy it.
Okay, so there is going to be there's a banner that's going around here in the South Okanagan that's been started up by some local supporters. And if people want to show their support for you, that's going to be popping up at different places all over. You probably don't have the list memorized. I don't have the list memorized. We will put it on our Shaw TV website as well as on our Facebook page. So track that down, sign it out, and show Andi just how much the South Okanagan is behind her on her Olympic quest. Thank you so much for coming in today.
Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it. And thank you to everyone in the Okanagan and Penticton. I cannot thank you enough for your support.
That was beautiful, Shengnan. What do you call this instrument that you're playing?
This instrument is called guzheng. It has a history
Guzheng.
of 2,500 years.
2,500 years. That's phenomenal. That's older than a guitar, I reckon. I don't actually know because, well, I've never researched it. How long have you played one of these instruments?
I have been playing for 4 years.
4 years. You gotta be kidding me. You're way better than me at guitar. Phenomenal. So I'm here with Lily to talk about the Chinese New Year, which is just coming up here, right?
Yes, next month.
Wow. Tell me about the outfit you're wearing. I presume it's to do with the Chinese New Year?
Absolutely. So I'm wearing red. That red color means good fortune, good luck, good wealth, good health,
Yeah.
good everything in Chinese culture. Also, when I'm wearing this dress, it's called qipao. It was created in 1920s in Shanghai. At that time, it was only available for those up-class women.
Oh, no way.
Yes.
So you're an upper class woman, you're
Thank
saying.
you very much. I'm just doing it in a subtle way.
Well, you do live in the Okanagan.
Yeah.
How do you celebrate the season? The
holiday season. So we have the Spring Festival
Okay.
and we have the Lantern Festival.
Are they two separate festivals?
Yes, they're two separate things.
Explain that a little bit.
So the Spring Festival is the first day of January in lunar calendar. And the celebration actually starts the night before, so much like Christmas Eve here.
Okay.
And the Lantern Festival is on the 15th of January in lunar calendar.
Wow.
And that's the closing ceremony of the whole celebration.
Did you do something fun for that celebration?
So we party for 15 days, of course. You gotta do something fun every day.
That's incredible. Hey, I just figured out you're heading to China.
Yes.
Is that tomorrow?
The day after.
Okay, so what are you looking forward to the most?
I want to say family, but I almost want to say food. So it's debating between family and food.
Some cultural food, yeah.
Yes, my dad actually got all the groceries ready. Everything is ready for me.
Oh, right on. Okay, so I also know there's something going on February 17th.
Yes, on February 17th, a Saturday,
Uh-huh.
OCCA, Okanagan Chinese Canadian Association, is actually
Wow.
putting up a show at Parkinson Rec Center from 6 to 9 p.m. It's
Okay.
open for public.
Wow, is that a ticketed event?
Yes, I believe it's $20 at the door.
Okay, 6 to 9, February 17th at the Parkinson Center. Brilliant event to be at.
Yes.
Now Vernon has a winter carnival that they've been running for 58 years. We caught up with some of the carnival staff so that you could actually learn about one of Vernon's biggest events of the year. Check it out.
So Vernon Winter Carnival was started in 1961, and it was created to foster community spirit in the Greater Vernon area. And I think it does that really well. I mean, what other time of year or any other event can you think of that brings the whole community together and has it all supporting each other and really just showing how great this place is to live? 2018 is themed Carnival in Wonderland. You can do Alice in Wonderland or you can do Winter Wonderland. It's totally open to interpretation. So we kind of have the same favorites, you know, Suds and Cider, Irish Pub Night, the BC Snow Sculpture Competition, Family Day in the Park, Toonie in a Tin at Cal Tire Place. And then we also have some really great new events this year too. Things that really go with the theme this year, which is Carnival in Wonderland. So we have a mother-daughter tea, we have some tea blending workshops, we have a parka party up at Predator Ridge. Lots of really great new things to get involved with.
The Queen Silver Star Excellence Program is going into its 58th year. We have 7 girls this year in the program vying for the titles of Queen and Princess Silver Star. And it's just a program that helps the girls become more confident, and public speaking is a very big part of it. They take Speechcraft.
We are going into the 58th annual Winter Carnival Parade in 2018. It's a fabulous opportunity for the community to come together and be entertained, and for all of the businesses to get involved. We love to see that, different organizations and social groups who come out. We of course would like to say a huge thank you to all of our volunteers. This organization would not exist without them, and of course to our sponsors, especially our presenting sponsor, Fix Auto. So you can get your tickets here at the Carnival office. You can also phone in, or you can go online anytime, www.vernonwintercarnival.com.
Hi, I'm Ilana, and I am here with 2 of the co-teachers at the Si'ilich Language House. I'm going to let you 2 introduce yourselves here.
Tlianwe.
Isquis imlauch. Imlauch isquis olsen pinkton kicken mut.
Why isquis qoyachen olsen picken kicken mut nech or talikin limt kinchkich. Why?
Thank you. So, as English speakers may call you Michelle and Levi, correct? Yes.
Yeah,
I'm not
that's
sure
fine.
that I got Si'ilich.
Very good.
Yeah, thanks.
Very good.
One word at a time.
Yeah. So the Language House is a non-profit in Penticton, based out of Penticton. So can you speak a little bit about the program that you are taking part in?
We put together a program at the request of many of our communities As you may know, the Syilx Nation has several communities, and many of the chiefs and councils and elders and community members got together, said, we need to do something about our language. It's critically endangered. There are fewer than 100 speakers left, maybe fewer than that. And so we put together a 4-year program because we knew it takes 2,000 hours to get to be even midway proficient in this language. So we are right now in the 3rd year of our 4-year program, and we're doing pretty great. We're meeting all of our objectives.
Wonderful. And you said there are 12 of you that are participating currently in this program. As you move into the 4th year and looking into the future, are you hoping to increase those numbers?
Yes, we are. When the students graduate, the 12 students will go back to their communities that represent the 7 bands of the Okanagan Nation, and they will start cohorts of themselves, and hopefully will engage a larger group there, and it'll just spread like wildfire, and we'll have language houses up and down the valley. That's the hope.
That's wonderful. So it's only about 3 years old at this point.
We're 3 years old. We're 3 years into a 4-year program. So in 2019, in the 2019-2020 school year, we want to start new cohorts, and we're hoping to get together about 100 new learners. That's our dream.
Wonderful. Speaking of new learners, I know that you have some cards here. So maybe we can have a little mini lesson to give people a taste of how you start people off.
Kiwa, Utlianui.
No way. First, I'll say it in English. And then I'll say that in Syilx, our Okanagan language. Bear, bitterroot, Saskatoon berry, almost didn't know it in English, sarvice berry across the line, and salmon. So just listen, you don't have to repeat. Skimgeest, skimgeest, skimgeest. Speetlam, speetlam, speetlam. Sia, sia, sia. Ntitich, ntitich. Otlapana, ki kum lut. Ki meaning yes, lut meaning no. Skimgeest. Lut. Ntitich. Lut. Sia.
Ki.
Kiwa, ki, sia. That's the process we use to teach beginner speakers. We don't have to have them speak right away. They're just going to gain confidence and comprehension of the word first, and then after a while of hearing it 60, 40 times, then they get the confidence to say it. They're ready then. But we start off nice and slow when we do our language
teaching. By the end
teaching.
of the lesson, they're speaking in full sentences, but they're simple sentences. And now in the 3rd year of our 4-year program, we're doing pretty complex full sentences for sure. And it's more of a standard learning format with grammar drills.
Right. Fun, all those fun things.
Fun.
So these, we were speaking a little bit earlier about how these are significant to the cultural teachings, even just these images here and these items here. Can you talk a little bit about how you incorporate cultural teachings into the learning of the language itself?
Oh yeah, you were asking about, is there cultural knowledge embedded in our learning? And there is. Each one of our books in our curriculum that we're teaching is based on cultural teachings or our story systems, and even these foods that we taught from a very simple lesson, they're the 4 food chiefs in our Syilx knowledge structure. So you've got your Ntitiich, your Skimgeest, your Speetlam, and your Sia. And there's an entire complex teacher story system about the 4 foods. And we're really lucky to have this. This is part of a full curriculum created by the Salish School of Spokane. And it's wonderful. They created this entire full curriculum. Most Indigenous languages don't have a curriculum. And it's a 2,000-hour curriculum, and you can access it at interiorsalish.com. The full curriculum, you can download it for free, and you can learn in Sochin at home.
That's wonderful. So I know that you have a lot of partners that have come together to make this program possible. Can you tell us who those partners are?
So lucky, like I was saying before, that many of the communities got together. So even our students travel from as far as Vernon, Osoyoos, West Bank, and Karamias, and we're partnered with West Bank First Nation, Penticton Indian Band, Osuyas Indian Band, Okanagan Indian Band, which is located in Vernon, the Lower Similkameen Indian Band, and the Okanagan Nation Alliance.
Wonderful. Well, thank you both for coming out today and being a representative for this amazing program. We're going to throw it to an interview right away here. So as many of the viewers will know, Team Canada captured the gold medals at the World Junior Hockey Championships. 2 of the Kelowna Rockets played for Canada, Dylan Dubé and Cal Foote. We had a chance to catch up with Foote on his return from Buffalo.
Let's start by going through that final game against Sweden. It was a back and forth affair against a very good team. Talk about the game a little bit and then the reality when you got the late goal.
Yeah, no, we talked about it in the room before that there was going to be a lot of ups and downs, and it was important not to get too high or too low if we scored or if they scored. But when Dylan scored that first goal, it was pretty hard not to get excited for him and excited for our team. And again, and then they scored on a shorthanded goal and to even it up, and then a huge goal by Steenbergen at the end. It was chaos on the bench, and then the third and last goal, it was kind of a security blanket, and we knew that we were bound to win. So just very exciting and a moment I'll never forget.
What do you think was the ultimate difference this time in Canada winning gold? Why? And Sweden was a very good team, for example.
Yeah, no, they were very good, but I think it was our depth and our balance within our team. I think that obviously we had every forward score, and so that was pretty awesome. And I think we had a lot of defensemen that can move the puck and transition the puck well, and great goaltending. So I think a great balance was why we won.
When people talk about the World Juniors and Cal Foote, probably forever and ever, they're going to talk about the save. Maybe tell us how it went from your perspective. I mean, you didn't have a lot of time to think there, and was there any kind of, I better not close my hand on the puck, or you just didn't have the time to think that?
Yeah, so the puck came out of the corner and it hit my shin pad, and I felt it hit my shin pad, and it was going in the net. So it was such a fast decision. I decided to drop my stick and just swipe with the puck and try to get lucky. But no, I wasn't really thinking about trying to close my hand on the puck. I was just trying to hopefully get it out of the net, and I got pretty lucky.
Let's talk about the outdoor game a little bit. The first one in World Junior history against the United States. A big game in terms of standings and that kind of thing. But tell us from the perspective of what it was like playing in a snowstorm and the cold weather and the ice conditions and all that. Tell us from a player's perspective, because it looked great on TV.
No, it was awesome. It was a typical outdoor game with the snow and the bad conditions, but it was a ton of fun. I know that all the players enjoyed it, and it was a once-in-a-lifetime experience. And I don't think I'll ever forget it. And it was very cold, but it was very fun as well.
I want to talk a little bit about Dylan Dubé, because as the captain of the team, you're a captain here at the Rockets, I guess. Tell us what kind of a captain was he? Is he allowed in the dressing room, for example, maybe? And just tell us, or does he lead by example? He certainly did that in many of the games. Maybe just tell us a little bit about what you thought of him as a captain.
Yeah, no, obviously he did lead by example. He's a big player, and he comes out in big games, and you saw that in the gold medal game with a huge goal to get us started. And he's an awesome leader. Obviously here in Kelowna we have a great leadership group, and he's a part of it. And he says the right thing when it's needed to said in the locker room. And like I said, he obviously leads by example on the ice.
What would you say to other players that maybe find themselves in a similar situation going to play for Canada? I guess what would be your advice to them going into a tournament like that?
No, I think the most important thing is just to buy into the team's plan, and it's important to have one plan and to try to execute that and try not to go on your own page and just stick to the team game.
Yeah, you had a chance at some point in your life to perhaps play for the United States. I guess, do you think you obviously made the right decision? And I guess, where did that decision come about?
Yeah, I think I made that decision pretty early on, being a Canadian fan early, and I feel like my parents are, well, they're both Canadian, so I feel like I just have Canadian blood. So I feel like just from an early age I was Canadian.
Highlight of your life so far?
For sure up there. I'd say #1 right now, and I think it'll stay there for a while.
thank you. And thank you for watching the second episode of The OK Show. Remember, you too can be a part of all this. Until next time, I'm your host, Lucy Hazelwood, and we'll see you on The OK Show.